bring in the head coach of Duke, who entertained the idea of being a Laker head coach many, many years ago. How many years ago was that, Coach?
2005. It's a long time.
Yeah, but you look at your age, and Phil Jackson's taking over the Knicks. Larry Brown's coaching at SMU. I mean, you see these coaches now. I mean, there's still value attached to these coaches with these resumes. What surprises you more, Larry Brown's success at SMU or Phil Jackson's going to go take over the Knicks?
Definitely Phil taking over the Knicks. I mean, Larry's one of the great coaches of all time, and he's just done it at different places and a lot of different times. Like he's been in a lot of places, and every place he's been has been good. So he can always coach. I don't know. I've never, although I think Phil will do a great job, I've never looked at him as a front office person. I looked at him as one of the maybe as good a coach as there's ever been. Definitely in the pro ranks.
Could you be an athletic director and watch somebody coach Duke?
No, I could not be an athletic director. I mean, I can watch somebody coach Duke, but not as an athletic director. An athletic director is really a very difficult job, and most of the major universities they can have 25 to in the low 30s number of sports, and to really take charge of all that. I have the best one in Kevin White. Kevin White, I mean, he does an incredible job, and but I don't think I could ever do his job, and probably he doesn't think that he could do mine or the football coaches, and he has a lot of respect for his coaches, which is one of the key ingredients to being a good athletics director.
Let me start with your health. When you got lightheaded a couple of days ago, what happened? What was the diagnosis?
Yeah, I don't know exactly what happened, the cause of it. It wasn't just from a sudden, going from sitting to standing. A few times, I think anyone who's coached in basketball at some time, if they've coached for a long time, has felt that sensation. Mine, I was already up, and I just got weak and lightheaded and caught myself and just knelt down. But I was really guarded the rest of the game and weak and lightheaded after the game. I went to the emergency room and had tests done, and then had tests done the next day, and everything turned out right. And I feel great now, but I don't know. I think sometimes the emotion of the season, I've had some personal things occur that have required a lot of emotional stuff, and sometimes that can get the best of you, and especially in our business where you have to have an edge and you have to be right on top of things.
He's the head coach at Duke. He's Mike Krzyzewski joining us on the show. Fascinated the other day when your hair became the topic of conversation at a press conference.
Yeah, me too.
I thought, I was like, of all the things that I would ever hear Coach K ask about. So then I thought, I said to Fritzy, get Coach K on. So I found a lot of pictures, high school, West Point. You had like bangs, like Justin Bieber bangs when you were at West Point. You had the comb over type?
Well, not like that. I mean, you couldn't have them. You had to have, not on the sides.
Well, you had bangs in the front, and then you had the flat top that Wojo probably envies now. I mean, I like that. You had the gun show there in your picture. So I'm looking at the hair down through the years here. I mean, we really did a detailed study on this.
You did an exhaustive search.
Yes, I did. Okay.
And I wish you would have used your energies in more in a better.
No. I got to clear this up.
Okay.
Okay. Have you ever dyed your hair?
No.
Has anyone ever dyed your hair for you?
No. That's a good point. You know what? That's really good. Now you're sounding like a lawyer. I never did it, but did I have someone else do it? No. I love this grilling, this cross-examination that you're giving me.
Is that your hair?
Yes, about my hair, not about anything else.
No. Is that your real hair?
It's my real hair.
Okay.
Whatever there is still there. It's all mine.
Do you use any product on your hair?
No, I mean shampoo, and that's it. What type of product? I mean, what do you mean by product?
Well, there's tricks. There's
I use
tricks.
a brush.
There's tricks.
Is that a product?
Coach, there's tricks that you can use. They can actually paint on your hair. They have some like pepper that they spray to cover up a bald spot.
I don't have any pepper spray.
You don't?
Or in my face. I probably, it looked like I had it during that Wake Forest game.
Man.
Somebody pepper sprayed me.
All right, so would you ever go back to the flat top?
No, not at this time in my life.
Man, it was a good look.
If I lost, who knows how much hair you're going to lose, then I would go shorter. And, I've tried to stay shorter. And I would go even shorter if I lost more hair, just because I think that's a better look.
Would you rather lose your hair or lose in the first round of the tournament?
I'm not going there. I don't make those choices. I'd rather not do either. That's like, now you're talking like an under 500 team. I'll give you this if you give me that.
Yeah.
I want both.
All right, that's fair enough.
That's the thing that separates us. That's why you've never really made the starting lineup. You have to have bigger aspirations than that, than just pepper spraying my hair.
Coach, you know how sad my career was. It's been, I don't know how many years, 40 years, 38 years since I
know, it still bugs you.
Yes.
That's why I come on. I come on because every once in a while I think you kind of let loose and some of those pent-up emotions, and then listening to you afterwards for the next week, you're always a little bit better.
Yeah, but I rooted against Eastern Kentucky, where I went my first 2 years, just because I didn't get to play. So I'm still bitter.
Well, that's bad.
Yeah, and I'm rooting against them, and for no other reason than I didn't get to play, and I took my ball and went home.
And I've never, of all the things that I've thought of you, I've never thought bitter.
Oh,
and I've thought a lot of things about you.
I can hold a grudge for decades, Coach.
See that I don't. Yeah,
I want to fight. I want to fight. I do.
No, you can fight.
Yeah,
but don't hold that stuff. Actually, an angry heart like that, tempers anger in a more productive way. You use up a lot of energy.
All right, I looked at your bio here at West Point. It says Michael Williams.
Not very impressive.
No, not. But you still have one.
Yeah. No, I got it. I graduated from there, and I'm proud of that.
You should be. Michael Williams.
I am.
Krzyzewski. Krzyzewski, pronounced Krzyzewski, or some other variation, has made a name for himself amongst the rest of the cream, whether on the basketball court or in the phone booth. Mick has shown his spirit and endurance. His humble manner and dynamic personality has made him the leader of the. Is this ignoramuses backwards? The backwards tribe?
Yeah, I don't know exactly what they were trying to do there, but
no, it says
I think
something.
They were trying to.
Yeah, it says backwards tribe, so I think it spells out ignoramus or something like that.
Yeah, we had a secret society when I was a cadet. That there were 4 regiments. And in my class, we had a great class, the class of '69. We called it Best of the Line, and we had kind of a secret society around, and
was there a secret handshake?
No, there was a secret word, Montana.
Oh.
And it was, and those guys who were in it were still close buddies. It's one of the things about going to the academy. You become brothers, and I can actually say that my class, the guys have always maintained a brotherhood that it's great. It's really one of the things I treasure the most in my life is that relationship with all those guys.
You were in the Fine Arts Forum. Were you a thespian?
No, I think I put up chairs for a few plays.
You did it for 3 years. You did it well. Before I let you go, wishful headlines with Jabari Parker about him staying. It seems like it's not a foregone conclusion. I know a couple of months ago when I had John.
Yeah, I would think, whatever the Parkers and Jabari want, when we recruited him, we knew that, it was probably 1 year. And he keeps getting better. When I say he's had a heck of a year, he's having the best part of his year right now, and all the other parts of the year have been really, really good and actually outstanding, especially for a freshman. But he's going to keep getting better, Dan. He's a top quality young man, and someone with that level of ability to want to be coached daily is a gift.
Has he told you anything about coming back or not coming back?
No, we never talk about it. I try to get him to. We just talk about the game.
Okay.
He loves Duke. He loves. He made all ACC the academic team, which, I mean, coming out of public school in the inner city of Chicago and coming to Duke says a lot of his effort. Not knocking the public schools in Chicago, but it's not like he was at some prep school or anything like that. He's a really good kid. He's a sensational kid, and I think eventually he's going to be like a franchise player for an NBA team. Where he's going to be a big time scorer. He's going to score. He's going to be one of those guys that's going to score, average 25 points a game, and he can pass. He's only going to get better. Yeah, this kid's a really good kid. I love him, and I love his family. They've been I don't know, perfect to deal with. And that doesn't happen perfect very often. It happens real good a lot of times, but perfect. I think that I wish I could have surrounded him with more veterans, and because as he's gotten better, he shows, especially early on, you show your weaknesses more. When you don't have those veterans around you. Like if I had Kelly, like say Ryan Kelly this year, like Jabari would even be better. Because he'd be playing with a guy who could kind of lead him along the path. Instead, he's had to walk that path alone. But he's been terrific.
Well,
I've talked a little bit more than usual.
Yeah.
Because when you said bitter, I didn't want to go there. I didn't want us to take that to I wanted to keep that on the basement floor and not take it to the penthouse of your life.
Well, stay healthy, and the hair looks great. Whatever you're doing to it, it looks great. And
the pepper spray is doing well.
Yes, you're going to go home and ask your wife about this pepper that you can.
I'm going to go home and ask, what have I been missing?
Well, good luck in the tournament.
Which is probably a lot.
Well, thanks for clearing that up. And
all right,
thank you, Coach.
Any other major issues along the way like that? Let's get it out in the open and put clarity and closure.
All I did is pick you up full court. That's all it was. That's all I did right there.
You did, and I've actually loved and appreciated this conversation. This has been good for me.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, thank you.
All right, Mike Krzyzewski.